So a new firmware for the controller is available, and that is supposedly going to fix some of the issues that we have seen where we had the system crash really bad on us while we were flying, leading to maybe a bunch of troubles as it was not possible to regain control at any point. When I experienced that issue, it was so bad that I actually had to land the drone and power cycle the controller to regain the camera feed or control of the actual UI on the remote. So I found a remote location here while on holiday that will let me test out this latest firmware update. It's called 01010100 and it's 849 megabytes. So it's quite a huge update. And it does bundle the new version of the DJI Fly app 169. So everything should be, ready to test out. So let's get it airborne, and then we can talk about some of the other stuff that you're getting with this update. I was supposed to fly a lot here during my holiday using the Mini 3, but stupid me, I picked a location that's close to a military base, so it's very, very difficult for me to do anything like that. So let me just adjust the frame rates here.
The home point has been updated.
Home point has been updated. We are slightly underexposed, so everything is nice. Let's get the drone up here.
The home point has been updated.
So Bluetooth is disabled. So maybe you have heard there is a really big problem with water supply because of the heat here in northern Italy. And this is a pretty good example where this is supposed to be filled with water. There's not much going on there right now. And I will just move away from the car here a little bit. So you can't complain about that. Just the camera here a little bit. Let me just. So we just fly the drone a little bit around here just to see if anything is like it's supposed not to be. And I managed to get away because there was this outlet mall over there. So I kind of parked my wife over there and asked her if she could spend a little time going shopping. She was not that hard to convince, and that would allow me to go out here and test this setup for you guys. So far, no problems, but this was also not where we saw the biggest problems. The biggest problems, they were, we have seen a lot of problems testing this out. But let me just, before we get too excited about this, just tell you what you're getting in this new firmware update. So it adds support to identify the speed of the SD card. SD cards with a slower speed rating than UHS 1 speed class grade 3 are not supported. So it means that you would need to have a pretty fast SD card to be able to utilize this. And I would assume this is linked to the card that's in the controller, because it seems you are having problems with the transfer speed while doing screen recordings and stuff like that. That could clog up the system and actually make the drone crash. But one thing that makes me a little bit, what can you say, annoyed is with the comments when I reported this issue originally. A lot of you jumped to the keyboard and wrote comments talking about, you were flying inside your car, what did you expect? And actually, I would prefer if you spent like 5 minutes trying to understand the situation, because there was actually full control with the drone while I was doing it. So that was not the problem. It was not a connectivity or transmission issue. It was a problem with the app that kept freezing and actually froze to a degree where the system was completely blocked and I couldn't operate anything. Luckily, the return to home feature saved me. So another thing that you will get with this one is fixed screen flickering appearing when previewing photos and videos in playback. Not a big issue, but now the important one, fixed issue, system crashing after extended use in some scenarios, and fix of some minor bugs. I guess the one that we have been experiencing here on the channel where everything is freezing up, that is not the last one, but the second last one. Fixed issue, system crashed after extended use in some scenarios. And so if I just bring down the drone here, let's just put it into some extended use here. Because what we saw making the system struggle was when we put it in portrait mode. So if I just stop the video here, put it in portrait mode, like this, and then we started to do some tracking. So let's just start by putting me out here in the open. And by the way, I'm using Firmware ND filters for this test. So right now we will just put it in active track and see if we can make it go. Trace. Let it track me. Let's do a little bit of let's put it up here. We can increase the distance a little bit here. We can stop it. Bring it down to this level here. If we can do like parallel track here. Yes, I know. Go. So far, no issues. That part worked nicely. So let's just stop it here. Take this one away. So before we move it out further out here, so let's just try another little experiment here. Let's jump it into quick shots. Do this and then do a circle and pick me like this.
3, 2, 1.
So let's just walk a little bit along here, see if we can make it. So I think it lost me. No, it completed the circle. So okay, so let's see what else we can do to this. We go back to video and then so skip point of interest. See what we can do with that point of interest, and let it do a little bit of that. And that one, that will continue because it's a point of interest, so there's nothing that will stop it. Yeah, of course there's a tree or something or an obstacle. But that one should continue while I'm crossing this bridge. But again, you need to be really careful. Man, it has been up to 38 Celsius down here at some point. Right now it's a little bit overcast, so it's not so bad. Let's just stop it and whip it into, yeah, and get it into the normal portrait mode here. Not portrait, the anti-portrait mode. So we're back here. We do another one with that. So far, everything seems to be working nicely. So let's just mark me here. Yes, skip point of interest. Close. Let's give it some speed here, just to see how that goes. So right now it's busy. I think I will let it go a little bit further up to make sure that it clears all the obstacles. Let's start the video so we can just repeat it here. I would say this classifies as more or less extensive test. I'm not even sure that I can hook it up to 60 FPS. I can't when I'm doing the tracking modes. So I can't really figure out a way to, yeah, sort of be more mean to this machine. So let's just try and fly it out. Put some video on here. So fly it out here on the riverbed, where there was supposed to be water. As I said, they are suffering from extreme heat. There's no water left anywhere. But right now the temperature is actually quite nice. So there was a small glitch there. So now we are around 350 meters out. Small bridge. So no issues. Everything seems to be working like it's supposed to. It would be really, really nice if DJI managed to solve this problem, because it could lead to some really dangerous situations if you all of a sudden lose the camera feed, like when I was testing it out last time on at this harbor locally. And the result there was that I actually positioned the drone in a way that I couldn't see it. Even though it was in close proximity, I put it in a way so the sun was behind it, and that gave me a lot of problems, yeah, to locate it. So I'm basically standing on the bridge now with the back towards the drone. And then, yeah. I haven't seen any issues. So I'm happy to report that at least so far with this short test flight here, everything is working like I would expect it to do. Let's just check. The map is also there, which is nice. And the compass. How does that work? Also seems to be reacting. See, the home point was over where the car was located, so let's just see if that lines up. It does, so that part is okay as well. So now we will get a battery warning soon, and I will land the drone, and I don't want to spend your time on doing that, because that's kind of a standard drill. I don't have a car with a glass roof, so I'm not landing it on the car. So, drone safe back on the ground. Yeah, as I said, I haven't seen any issues with this setup as it is right now. Let's just go in here just to make sure that everything is like I'm saying it is. So we have the 01000201. That's the latest firmware for this one. We have the 01010100. That is the latest firmware for the remote controller that was just released here a couple of days ago. And we have the 169 DJI Fly app. So, of course, I should have shown you that in the beginning, but just for verification that I was running the latest setup. So I'm really, really happy, even though it's pretty darn hot here. It's maybe 32 to 34-ish. Everything has been put to kind of the extreme here. We have very high heat, which put a lot of stress on the controller, on the electronics inside. We have updated everything to the latest and greatest, and I'm happy to report that I didn't see any of the issues that I've seen previously. Maybe that is too soon to reach like a solid conclusion. It probably is. I need to do some more additional testing. But at least we have tested both the tracking capabilities, we have tested it in portrait mode. So, and now the drone is shutting off because it's getting too hot here. Also, it's on a black roof of a, it's on the roof of a black car. So that's kind of fair, I would assume. Have you had a chance to test the latest firmware that DJI pushed out? If so, have you seen any issues with that? Then let me know in the comment below, because then I can include those tests or conditions when I'm out test flying this next time. So, I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.